ओम सदा शिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। So we were looking at the 15th Vakya of the 4th Brahmana of the first chapter. So this is coming after the Avidya Sutram, where the Upanishad talked about a person who looks upon the Devas as somebody separate from oneself, and to them this ignorant person is doing all the offerings, sacrifices, different karma, correct, fire rituals. So such a person is looked upon as a Devanam Pashu. He is like the cow or animals for the Devas, because this person is basically a Bhogya Padartha for them. Bhogya means whatever he does is for the enjoyment of the Devas. Okay, so that is how such a person is looked upon. Then the Upanishads talked about the Varna Srishti, because the one who is ignorant also identifies with Varna and Ashrama. And Varna and Ashrama only are the prime qualifiers, or the main qualifications for doing different types of karma, particularly Vaidika karma. Because I have told you already, Brahmacharis cannot do many of the karma. They can do Gayatri Japam, they can do Samhita that's it. That's the only Agni karma a Brahmachari can do. You have to become a Grihastha, and in the Grihastha ashrama only you can do some karma, or most of the karma in fact. Vanaprasthi also can do certain things, but mostly Upasana. Sannyasi as an ashrama, if you take, they have given up all karma. So here the Grihastha person who is also ignorant of the self does karma with this identification that I am a Grihastha, and also of belonging to a particular Varna, because again Brahmanas can do certain karma, only Kshatriya can do certain karma like Ashwamedha, etc. Okay, so different Varna and different ashrama, based on this only karma can be done. Now this karma itself is giving you phala, there is no doubt about that. The karma gives you a certain result, and because of that you can go to good lokas and enjoy, or even in this loka also you can become a Brahmana, or you can become somebody who is wealthy. All those things are there. So the karma you are doing, the karma phala only is giving you a state, a pleasant state of existence, let us say. Okay, so that is there. Now that being the case, since the karma can definitely give you results, so here in fact we were seeing this portion of the Bhashya here in this 15th Vakya, where the Upanishad is actually telling you that karma phala is not enough. Okay, karma phala will anyway be exhausted. Karma gives you certain results, and those results are enjoyable and all that, fine, but that's not going to last forever, or it will not protect you forever. That is the idea here. Then what will protect me forever means, then it's going to talk about Atma Vidya, okay, knowing oneself. But it is using a very figurative language here, okay, flowery language, because it is talking about going to different lokas, correct? And also talking to those who are very committed to doing Vaidika karma. It is talking to them in the same language. So it talks about Atma also as some lokam. Okay. So Atma as a loka to be reached, let us say. But this loka, you don't have to go anywhere to attain it. Okay. It is already there. It is only separated by ignorance. So if you can get rid of your own ignorance, you have attained your own loka, the loka of the self. Okay, the world of the self, you can say. It is also a certain world, correct? So here, let us quickly see. I think we may have seen all this bhashya already. I think Brahmana, Shrishta, Varnaha, Karmartham, Tacha Karma, Dharmakhyam, Sarvaneva, Kartavyataya, Niyatra, Purushartha Sadhanancha. So this Brahman, which has created this all these Varnas for the purpose of doing karma only. And that karma itself is in keeping with dharma, because dharma is the one which is actually impelling everybody, which is controlling everybody, and that karma itself becomes a purushartha sadhanam. If you do it, if the karma is in keeping with dharma, that karma is going to give you punya. That punya phala itself will give you whatever you want, whether you want pleasure or you want security, all those things. So this, therefore, what you so the Purupakshi here is saying, Tasmat tenaiva chet karmana swaha lokaha paramatmakyaha aviditaha api prapyate kim tasyaiva padaniyatvena kriyate ityataha. So here he is saying, the Purupakshi, whether the self is known or not, that is also one of the loka, some loka. So if you do karma, you will gain it. In fact, what is the point in saying gaining oneself? Self is always there. Some lokam, if you say the world of oneself is always there. So let us, for the sake of argument, say that karma itself will give that also. Whether you know that loka or not, how does it matter? That is the point here. Aviditaha api is the what this person is saying. So we will gain, once loka in fact is gained only, but let us say it is gained by karma only, we will say, because whatever you are now is also a result of your karma in one way. So swam lokaha also is gained by karma only. Whether you know yourself or not is immaterial, he is saying. Everything is gained by only karma. So that's what kim tasyaiva padaniyatvena kriyate. Then why should one only pursue this self as a loka instead of going to external lokas? Okay, that's what the Upanishad is now starting. Atha, this atha portion, atha. So atha, the meaning can be given as thereafter or even however sometimes. So here Bhashyakara is giving atha iti Purupakshi nivritti arthaha. So this atha is basically to negate this Purvapaksha. So however, like that it starts. So yaha kaschit, so somebody, havai asmat samsarikat pinda grahana lakshanat avidya kama karma hetukat agnyadhina karma abhimanataya va brahmana jati matra karma abhimanataya va agantukat, okay, asva bhutat lokat. So Bhashyakara is asmat, okay. So here there is asmat is there, asmat lokat. So what is this asmat lokat? Bhashyakara is giving all these adjectives, which is characterized by a life of becoming. Samsarika, pinda grahana lakshanat means you gain a certain body. In the human, in this Prithvi you have a human body. You go to Swarga means you have a Deva's body. Okay, so you have to take different bodies, pinda grahana lakshanat, and also it is basically due to ignorance and desire and doing karma only you have gained all these things. They are the reasons for this loka. And again, this loka itself you gain by doing Agni karma, or you become a Brahmana, and Brahmanas do not have to even do Agni karma. They can just do japa and also gain all these lokas. So essentially, either by doing Agni karma, these lokas are either dependent on Agni karma, or you being born as a Brahmana and doing whatever Brahmanas, Nitya karma and the japa, etc. And it is this again can come also as a later on agantukat aswabhuta lokat, but mainly not oneself, something different from oneself. Okay, from this loka, what? And som lokam atmakyam atmatvena avyadicharitva. So this swam lokam is there in the original here. Okay, yo havai asmat lokat swam lokam adrishtva is there. So Bhashyakara is now talking about swam lokam adrishtva. Swam lokam means what? Only atma, he says. Atmatvena, because the swam lokam means it is atmakyam. It is in the form of atma only, because it is not separate from oneself. When you say one's own loka means it is oneself only really. Adrishtva. Adrishtva means what? Aham Brahmasmi means you do not see that you are Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi was talked about in 1.4.10. So here Adrishtva really means not knowing that fact. Praiti, Griyate. So you leave, means you die. So Saha yadyapi swaha lokaha aviditaha avidyaya vyavahitaha asva iva ajñataha. So asva iva ajñataha is Bhashyakara praiti sa yenam aviditaha, like that it is there. Correct? So here he is saying swalokaha na bhunakti. That's how we have to connect here. In between he is giving certain things here. So this self will not protect this person, okay, because he has died without knowing the self, correct? And why did he not know? Because it was ignorance. Due to ignorance only you are separated from yourself. Vyavahitaha. And again, asva iva ajñataha. So this self itself becomes as though it is not self because of your own ignorance. And therefore this person yenam na bhunakti na palayati. So this swam loka or the self itself does not protect this person even though it is there. But since it is a not known self, see, different things protect you like that. There are sayings are also there, correct? Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, we say. Rakshitaha dharmaha rakshati. So there also there is a condition. The protected dharma will protect you. So you have to protect a dharma means what? You have to be a dharmi. You have to do karma as per dharma. Then it will protect you. Like that it is there. But that protection also is not absolute protection. Understand that. That protection is relative protection only. Because anyway the karma phala which you gain as dharma, the karma phala you gain also is called dharma, right? Papa punya is known as dharma. That will anyway exhaust after you enjoy the results. But it protects you. Relatively there is a protection. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, like that we say. Or in the world, police will protect you, we say. Or the ruler is supposed to protect you. But all these things are only relative. None of them really protect you. Self also does not protect you. Okay. Even the rulers will protect you only as long as you are lawfully living, correct? Similarly, oneself also will protect you only if you know yourself. If the self itself is unknown, the unknown self in fact becomes bhayakarana only because the unknown self is really a limited self. Once you become limited individual, you have only fear. You become lacking. Because of that, you become a person who desires for other things, and because of desire to fulfill that, you have to do. So avidya, kama, karma. That is the progression. You don't know yourself as the total, as the complete, full person, purnaha. So in your own judgment, you are a limited individual, because of which you are lacking so many things. And to fulfill that lack, you are desiring so many things. And to fulfill those desires, you have to do. Like that, it keeps on going. It's a vicious cycle. Until the time you know yourself, there is no real protection for you, because any karma phala you gain will be exhausted. That is the idea here. Na bhunakti, na palayati, shoka moha bhayadi dosha apanayanena. So this protection can happen only if you can get rid of your shoka, moha, etc. Correct? Bhaya, etc. Shoka means sorrow, moha means delusion, bhaya is fear. Then you can add so many more things. Mada, matsarya, jealousy, pride. All those things are there. You are not going to be protected from any of those things. Okay? It will not protect you. Similar to what? See, the self will not protect you, Bhashyakara is saying, because it is unknown. Only the known self will protect you. Similarly, he is giving other analogies. Yatha lokecha Vedaha ananuktaha anadhitaha karmadi avabodhakatvena na bhunakti. So if you do not know the Veda, if you do not learn the Veda also will not protect you. Okay? Unless you know what the Veda says and what are all the rituals it is asking you to do, how to lead a life of dharma and all, you know from the Veda, then the Veda can protect you, but even that protection is only relative. If you go into the karma marga, if you go into doing all the rituals set in the Veda as a karmi, there is some protection is there because you will gain the punya, and punya is going to give you pleasant experiences, but even that is not absolute. Okay, so anadhitaha karmadi avabodhakatvena na bhunakti. So if you do not know what kind of karma the Veda is asking you to do, it will not protect you. Similarly, anyadva laukikam, or some other example is giving, again worldly example. This is Vaidika example Bhashyakara gave. Then here worldly is what? Krishyadi karma, agriculture, let us say. Agriculture will protect you because at least you do agriculture, some food you can get. So it will at least protect you from hunger. But for that you have to work hard, correct? You have to do. So Krishyadi karma akritam, if you don't do it, or you do not do it correctly, correct? Swatmana anabhivyanjitam, that means you do not do it in the way it is to be done. Because doing agriculture also has to be done in a particular manner. Okay, you don't do it properly, or you don't do it at all, then that also is not going to protect you. Atmiya phala pradhanena na bhunakti. So it won't give you the result which it can give you if you don't do, if you don't work, or if you do not work properly, correctly, then that also is not going to give you any food to eat. So agriculture you have to do and do properly. Or Vaidika karma you have to do, again to do that you have to know the Veda. You have to learn the Veda and understand what the Veda is telling you to do, and accordingly you have to do. Similarly, he says, Evam, in this manner, Atma, which is Swalokaha, Svenaiva Nityatma Swarupena Anabhivyanjitaha. So this one's own self, see, abhivyanjitaha means which has manifested, or which has, you know it as it is, okay? The way it has, the way the Atma is really its true nature, if you do not know that, okay? The Atma is eternal. Nityatma Swarupena Anavibhyanjitaha means what? Anabhivyanjitaha means it is not known properly the way it should be known. Okay, Atma has to be known as the unlimited, the eternal, free from space and time. And in that manner, if you do not know, okay, so if the avidya is not destroyed, avidya prahanene, so avidya prahanena, avidyadi is said here. Adipadat, you have to also add avidya, kama, karma and all has to be destroyed. So if you do not destroy avidya, which is the cause of samsara and all its effects, then also this swalokaha also will not protect you, na bhunakti eva. So like this Bhashyakara says. So this is the bhashya for this. See, sa enam aviditaha na bhunakti. So the self, even though it is there for everybody, Upanishad says, unless you know the self as it is, it will not protect you. It will not give you whatever the enjoyment. And for that, Upanishad itself is giving all this analogy. Yatha vedaha va ananuktaha anyadva karma akritam yadiha va. So karma akritam only Bhashyakara gave the example of agriculture. Krishyadi, he said. So Upanishad is saying this and giving even analogies for you to understand. Okay, similarly, one's own self will not protect you unless you know it. Okay, then the objection here. Nanu kim swaloka darshana nimitta paripalanena. What is this big deal about whatever protection you are going to gain by knowing oneself? Okay, oneself or one's own loka, by seeing one's own loka or world, what is the great protection you are going to get. He says, he is now saying, karmanaha palaprapti dhravyat. Okay, dhruva is the word. Again, taddita. Bhashyakara uses a lot of taddita here. Dhravyat, he says. Dravya, dhruva becomes dravya. So this dravya also is essentially the same thing. That means it is definitely karma pala prapti will happen definitely. It is surely it is there. Okay, that is what he says. So karmanaha pala prapti dravya, because the karma will definitely give you results. Ishta pala nimitasya cha karmanaha bahulya, also to gain whatever you desire. There are any number of karma are there, any number of activities you can do. Even to gain the same thing, you can do different karma, correct? So, tannimitam palanam akshayam, it says. Okay. So, this whatever due to karma, the karma pala you gain, you will gain the karma pala, and that will protect you. And definitely karma pala will protect you, means it will also protect you always. Akshayam, he says. Bhavishyati. This is the Purva Pakshi's view. Okay. So, what does he mean here? Tanna Bhashakarano. So, Akshayam Bhavishyati, he says. This whatever karma phala you gain, and so many karma are also there, all that will protect you forever. It will never exhaust. Because there are so many karma are there and you can do lot of karma. Bahulyat. And karma will definitely give you result. There is no doubt about that. You don't have to have any doubts. You do the karma, you will get the results. Therefore, why are you worrying? Means tanna bhashakara. That's not so. Why? Kritasya kshayatva. Anything you do, the results of that will be gone. It will exhaust. It's not forever. Ityetadaha. That's what the Shruti itself is saying. So Bhashyakara is introducing like that. And then what the Shruti says, Yadiha vai samsare adbhutavat kaschin mahatma api anevam vit. So here Bhashyakara, here Yadiha va api, okay, anevam vit. Anevam vit means the one who does not know in this manner the Atma, Aham Brahmasmi iti. The one who does not know oneself as Aham Brahmasmi, anevam vit. Correct? So here Bhashyakara gives the meaning for that. Swamlokam yatoktena vidina avidwan. So one who does not know one's own world, Swamlokam, because Swamlokam is the one under discussion here, correct? One's own world is under discussion. So one's own world is not known as it is, as it should be known really. So there is a Kaschin Mahatma, but a great person, okay? And he is a wonderful person. It's like a wonder. Whatever he has done is great, okay? Adbhutavat. But he is still in this samsara only, in this world of duality, in this becoming world. This person, great person, but does not know oneself. Okay. Mahat bahu ashwamedadi punyam karma ishtapalameva nairantaryena karoti. So this person does great and lot of punya karma like ashwamedha, etc. And they are all desirable only. Okay, ishta karma, ishta only. Ishta palameva, they all give you desirable results, no doubt. And he is doing this all the time. Nairantaryena karoti. So he is doing all this great karma all the time, but does not know oneself. Therefore, what? And also, what is his thinking? Anenaiva anantyam mama bhavishyati iti. Thinking that this will give me unlimited or limitlessness. Okay, anenaiva anantyam mama bhavishyati. So Ananta, again Taddita here. Anantasya bhava anantyam. Limitlessness is anantyam. So I will have limitlessness by doing all this karma. That's the thinking at least. Tat karma ha asya avidyavataha. So that karma for that one who is ignorant, okay, avidya janita kama hetutva, because this karma is caused by kama, desire, which itself is caused by ignorance of oneself. And what is that? Swapna pradarshana vibhrama udbhuta vibhutavat. Like seeing a projection in your dream, okay? And it may be very beautiful. Your dream may be one. All dreams are not nightmares, correct? Many times dreams are also, you have very good experience in your dream sometimes. And you get up and think, why did it end? It shouldn't have ended. So you normally, many times you have good dreams also. It's not always bad dreams. Dreams can be good, but it comes to an end. Antataha ante pala upabhogasya kshiyate eva. Like your dream also will come to an end. All this, whatever karma phala you have gained, that will all be coming to an end. It will all be exhausted by pala bhoga. Once you enjoy their results, it will all be exhausted. Kshiyate eva. So that's what here Upanishad itself says, that Mahat punyam karoti tadha asya antataha kshiyate eva. So this is the part Bhashyakara is giving the commentary here. It will go away. Kshiyate eva. Tat karanayoho avidya kamayos chalatvat kritakshaya dravya upapattihi. So the cause, okay, which is nothing but avidya and kama. For this karma itself, the cause is ignorance and desire only. And they are chalatvat means what? They are not dhruva. That is the point here. They are not permanent. They are transient, ephemeral. All these different English words we can use. Okay, chalatvam means, chalam means they are moving. Moving means essentially here they are not constant. They are not the same always. Even your own desires keep on changing. Okay, even after going to Swarga, you may decide that it's not what you really thought it to be. Okay, so many, I don't know, many people become even suicide bombers thinking that they'll go to heaven and enjoy a particular kind of heaven. We don't know what they are really enjoying now. Okay, anyway, these things are all not, they are not really forever. Kritakshaya dravya upapattihi. That means what is definite is that if you do something, that result will be exhausted after you enjoy that result. That is the only thing you can say definitely about these things. So the dravya, initially you said that karma phala itself will give you protection always. But that is not true. Whatever is really definite and sure and true is that if you gain karma phala, it will give you good results. If it is good means, or if it is punya means, you will get pleasant experience. If it is papa, you will get unpleasant experience. But those things cannot last forever. They will all be exhausted, the results of your action. That is the only thing which is sure. Okay, tasmat na punya karma phala apana phala palana anantya asha asti eva. So punya karma phala. So the whatever the results of the punya karma, this punya karma phala, and they will protect you if you think palanam is there, means that protection. Again, what is your thinking? Anantya also. That protection is forever. So this whatever protection, whatever pleasant experiences you will get from punya karma, that will be there forever if you think there is no hope for that, he says. Asha na asti. Therefore what? Because it will anyway exhaust. So don't think that by gaining lot of punya, then I can enjoy always. That's not going to happen. So therefore what you should do really? Ata atmanam eva swam lokam. So atmanam iti swam lokam iti asmin arthe swam lokam iti prakritatvat iha cha swashabdasya aprayoga upasita. So here Upanishad is saying tasmat, okay, atmanam eva lokam upasita, like that. Okay, so antataha shiyate eva atmanam eva lokam upasita. But here Bhashyakara, see, initially swaha lokaha adrishtva was there, correct? or swam lokam adrishtva. But here, Atmanam eva lokam upasita is there. There is no swam there. So Bhashyakara is commenting there and he says, even though swam is not there, we have to understand swam is there. The swam lokam only is under discussion, correct? Because if one goes to any other loka without knowing oneself, that is not going to protect you. Therefore, now what is under discussion is one's own loka. Even though Upanishad is simply saying Atmanam eva lokam, that swam he is supplying here. And he is explaining also, even though swam lokam, like that it is not, Shabda Prayoga is not there, that word is not there, Swashabdasya Aprayogat, still you have to take it. Because swam lokam iti prakritatvat, swam lokam is the one which is under discussion. So this Atmanam, one's own self, which is nothing but one's own world. What in the Upanishad, this world is only figuratively used for oneself. Okay, that alone has to be known, upasita, that alone has to be pursued, and that alone has to be known. And then what is the result of that? If you know yourself, saya atmanameva lokam upaste naha asya karma kshiyate. So the result also is given in the same language. Okay, so here it says, Saya Atmanam Eva Lokam Upaste, the one who really knows oneself as one is, as Aham Brahmasmi iti, in the whatever in the manner it was said in this Brahmana. Tasya kim iti uchyate, what is the result? What do you get? Nahasya karma kshiyate, karma abhavadeva. His karma cannot be exhausted. Why? Because he doesn't have any karma at all. He is not even a karta bhokta. Then where is the question of any exhaustion of karma and all that? Only if something is there, it can be exhausted. Iti nitya anuvadaha. So it is that you have to understand. It is the for him forever, whatever he has gained is there. Okay. The nitya phala is said again. This karma, his karma never exhausts, means basically he doesn't have any karma at all, in fact, to be exhausted. Therefore, whatever he has gained by this knowledge is always there. It is nitya. Yata avidushaha karmakshaya lakshanam samsara dukam santatameva na tata tasya vidyate ityarthaha. So, for the person who has known oneself, that person's result is not like what the avidwan, the ignorant person gains. The ignorant person does a lot of karma, but that karma will be exhausted. That is the characteristic of karma. And for him, the samsara dukkam is definitely always there, santatameva. Because once that is exhausted, again you have to take birth somewhere else. What kind of birth it will be, we don't know. So the samsara continues, a life of becoming continues for that person, but that is not the case for the one who is a jnani. So, and again, for a jnani, really nothing really matters or affects him. He gives our Janaka's example. Janaka will come as later in the Upanishad as the one of the main persons. Okay, Janaka and Yajnavalkya and all, they will come. So Janaka is saying here in Mahabharata, Mithilayam Pradiptayam Name Dahyati Kinchana. Even if Mithila, he is the king of Mithila. Okay, that's why Sita is called Maithili. Okay, so Janaka says, even if Mithila Pradiptayam, even if it burns, Name Dahyati Kinchana, nothing burns for me. That means he has no attachment, even though he is a king and he is ruling, but he is a jnani. And even if the entire Mithila is burnt, means a normal king will feel that he has lost something, correct? But Janaka says, I don't lose anything, nothing for me. Nothing burns for me, he says. So, Name Dahyati Kinchana iti yadvat. So, like this, Janaka says, that is what jnani. For jnani, nothing is really gone because everything is himself only. Sarvatma bhava is there. So Bhashyakara beautifully explains here. Now further, now again another Purvapaksha. Basically, if you see throughout Shankara Bhashya, whatever commentaries Shankara has written for Bhagavad Gita or even Upanishads, the main opponent, the opposing view, is one of what is called as Jnana Karma Samuchayavada. Okay, so there are people who say that you have to have knowledge, okay, but that alone is not enough. You have to still keep doing karma. So moksha you will get only by doing a mixture of both. Samuchaya. Samuchaya means you are mixing both knowledge and karma. And in their case, mostly the knowledge is only upasana. Even Aham Brahmasmi, they will try to make it into an upasana. That it is like Ahangraha upasana, we can say. You do upasana on yourself that you are Brahman. So those are the people who are having the opposing view. And Bhartru Prapancha, one person has written a commentary on Brihadaranyaka. So here and there, if you see, Bhashyakara is actually quoting that person's view and he is negating that. So Swatma Loka Upasakasya Vidushaha Vidya Sanyogat Karmaiva Nakshiyate iti apare varnayanti. So apare, he is saying, some others are giving a different description, it seems. What is that? The one who does upasana of one's own loka, som loka upasana, somebody does. Okay, Aham Brahmasmi, like that you do upasana. And that person is a vidwan, no? Vidushaha. Such a person who has done upasana of one's own loka, for him the karma itself will never, whatever karma also he has done, that phala is there, that will never exhaust, because now it is combined with this jnanam also. Correct? This vidya sanyoga, because you have done this upasana, for such a person his karma will never come to an end. That is how they have taken the meaning of this. Jnana karma samuchayavadi is taking a meaning like this. So some people are giving description like this. Okay, and how they are looking at it. Loka shabdartancha karma samavayinam vidha parikalpayanti. So they look at the word loka itself, which is again which is connected to karma, correct? Because you gain the loka through karma. So there is a connection between karma and loka, and they look at it in two ways. Okay, dvida parikalpayanti kila. What is that? Ekaha, one is vyakrita avasthaha karmashrayaha lokaha hiranyagarbhakyaha. One is the vyakrita, means differentiated world. So the karma which is only taking you to all this, or which is manifest in this differentiated world, that karma phala will exhaust. Okay, that is which never gets exhausted. Okay, so what is that? So one is ekaha vyakrita avastaha, in the differentiated, because even in this Upanishad, where they are going, understand this. These people are also very intelligent people. Initially, the 147 talked about Brahman as avyakritam, which becomes vyakritam. Correct? Brahman is the cause of everything, and it was in the form of undifferentiated world initially. Then it became differentiated and entered itself. Saiha pravishtaha. So Pravesha Shruti and all we saw in detail before. So these people are now saying this karma in the vyakrita avastha, in the state where everything is differentiated. Okay, vyakrita avastha karma shreyaha lokaha hiranyagarbhakyaha. It is also like the hiranyagarbha is there, correct? Once hiranyagarbha is there, the world has already differentiated. Hiranyagarbha is the total samashti, subtle world. Okay, samashti, manas and all that. It is in the form of hiranyagarbha, and it is the ashraya for karma, means it is the locus for doing all your karma in this differentiated world. Tam karma samavayinam lokam vyakritam parichinnam. So whatever these lokas are there, which the Hiranyagarbha only creates afterwards, they are all in this differentiated world. They are all limited, and they are also karma samavainam, means they are connected to karma only because you gain them through the results of action. Ya upaste tasya kila parichinna karma atmadarshinaha karma kshiyate. So the one who is actually doing all this karma and only gaining this limited results of going to loka within this differentiated world, for them all the karma pala will exhaust. Okay, parichinna karma darshinaha. So this person is only seeing this limited, he sees oneself as limited. Karma pala also will become limited, whatever he does, and that will take him to some loka within this differentiated world, whether it is Swarga loka, some other loka, Pitr loka, wherever you go, and that karma will be exhausted. So tameva karma samavainam lokam avyakrita avastham karana rupam apadya yastu upaste tasya aparichinna karmatma darshitvat tasya karma na kshiyate iti. But that same person, okay, if he is doing avyakrita upasana, okay, so that is also now they are talking about like a avastha as a loka, the avyakrita avastha, which is karana rupam. This vyakrita, this differentiated manifested world is limited. Whatever you gain within this differentiated world, they are all limited. But if you gain the undifferentiated, unmanifest, okay, that karma, which is karana rupam, so if you gain that, you do upasana and gain that, then that is aparichinna, that is limitless. Tasya aparichinna karma, karmatma darshina, darshitva. So he sees oneself as the unmanifest, and that karma will never come to an end. That also is attained through karma phala only, but it will never come to an end. Like this, they are making an argument. Okay, two ways they are seeing. That's what. Is that clear? So whatever you can gain through karma, you can either gain a loka within this differentiated world, within this manifest world, as a limited jiva, going to a limited loka, that will all come to an end. But then you do karma and you do upasana, but you do avyakrita upasana, and then you gain that as your karma phala, that will never come to an end. That is always there. That is aparichinnam. That is limitless. Like this, they are saying. Okay. So, Bhashakara says, Bhavadiyam Shobana Kalpana Natu Shrauti. So, Bhashakara now gives the answer. Bhavadiyam means your honor, like that, something like that. He is addressing them very respectfully. Your Shobana Kalpana, your imagination, fantastic imagination, wonderful imagination, is not supported by the Shruti, Natu Shrauti. It is not, we do not hear it from the Veda. Why? Because it says Swaloka Shabdena Prakritasya Paramatmanaha Abhidatvat. When we say this Swaloka here, that Shabda is not talking about Avyakrita. Understand that. It is talking about only the Paramatma, Brahman. That is what is indicated by the word Swaloka. So, why? Because also Upanishad, Swam Lokamiti Prastutya. So it starts by saying Swam Lokam Adrishtva. But later on it even leaves out this Swashabda. Correct? Swashabdam Vihaya Atma Shabda Prekshepena Punas Tasyaiva Pratinirdesha. So the Upanishad first started saying Swam Lokam Adrishtva. But finally what it says, Atmanam Eva Lokam Upasita, it has even left out that Swam. So from this, what do you understand? Okay. This आत्मानम् एव लोकम् उपासीत इति तत्र कर्म समवायी लोक कल्पनायाः अनवसरः एव. So here sirf only it talks about Atma, this is Paramatma, and that cannot be gained by any karma. It is not connected to any karma. So karma samavayi loka kalpanayaha anavasaraha eva. So here there is no scope of bringing that. It is not in context really. So whatever is said by the Upanishad here, Swam Lokam and later on Atmanam, that is all only referring to Paramatma, not the Avyakrita which you are talking about. That is not really in the context of in the discussion itself. Okay, that's not part of the discussion here. So parena cha kevala vidya vishayena visheshana. Okay, so how can you say that this Paramatma cannot be gained by karma? Like this also somebody can ask, correct? You are saying this Paramatma cannot be gained by karma. We don't accept that. How can you say that? Means Bhashyakara gives quotation. So parena cha kevala vidya vishayena visheshana. Brihadaranyaka itself later on will say that this Paramatma or oneself, really the limitless self, is only a matter of knowledge. That is specifically said here, specially Visheshana. What is that? Kim prajaya karishyamaha. What will I do with all this praja, putra and all that? That's all related to karma only here. Yesham naha ayam atma ayam lokaha. Like that it will say. What am I going to do with all this karma phala? All this because to do karma again you require many things. 5 things you will require, like that later on it will come here only. Pantaha and all it's going to talk about. Okay, putra, you need a patni, you need a putra, you need vitta, you need wealth, like that different types of wealth you require. But finally Upanishad itself says kim prajaya karishyamaha. What will I do with all these things? Putra karma apara vidya kritebhyaha hi lokebhyaha vishinashti. So this by this prajaya karishyama, what is it actually explaining here? Whatever you can get through your putra, because putra also will give you all this shraddha and all they give. Even once you become pitra also, your putra is giving you something. And with patni and putra only you can do, you also gain wealth and then you can do a lot of karma. All that is only going to give you some loka, let us say. But that loka, what am I going to do with that? Kim karishyamaha. My loka is really this Atma alone. I am Atma, I am Lokaha. It is always there. This is the limitless self. Going somewhere, going to heaven is not really a solution for my problem. My fundamental problem is one of being a limited being, limited individual. What I seek is limitlessness. Limitlessness cannot start from anywhere, as simple as that. And limitlessness cannot be created newly. If it is really limitless, it has to be free of space and time. It must already be there. Then only it is really limitless. Understand that. So myself alone is the loka which I am seeking. All other loka is really useless. And again, even in Kaushitaki also Bhashyakara is quoting Naha asya kenachana karmana lokaha miyate yeshaha asya paramaha lokaha. So by any karma, okay, kenachana karmana lokaha miyate, for this person who is a jnani, this any loka, by doing some karma, whatever loka you get, that is not what he really wants. Okay, for that person, yeshaha asya paramaha loka means yeshaha here is self alone. So like this, different Upanishads are talking about that. So this Paramatma is only vidya vishaya. It is only a matter of knowledge. It is not you cannot gain this Paramatma, this limitless self, as the result of any action. Yeah, akritaha kritena, like that also even in Mundaka Upanishad it says, even to be a mumukshu, you should have gained this kind of insight that by doing anything I cannot get, that cannot be, that is not even a result of action. Yeah, akritaha kritena na, like that it is there. Pariksha lokan karma chitan nasti akritaha kritena, nasti akritaha kritena, kritena akritaha nasti. That is very, very basic, because the limitless cannot be newly created. It should already be there. Therefore, it is not a result of any action. It cannot be the result of any action. It cannot start newly. So, like this, Bhashyakara quotes. So, taihi savisheshanaihi asya ekavakyata yukta. So, with all these things, okay, asya ekavakyata means Bhashyakara says all the Upanishads have ekavakyata, means they all try to teach you the same thing. So, with all this, whatever is said in these two places, we have to reconcile that whatever is said here has to be reconciled with whatever is said later on in the Upanishad and in other Upanishads also. Okay, ekavakyata yukta. So ekavakyata is what has to be there. Otherwise, Shruti itself will become contradictory. One place it is saying something, another place it says something else. It cannot be like that. You have to reconcile everything and understand it properly. With all whatever is said in different places, everything you have to take into consideration and understand it. See, that is why you have to go to a guru and learn. Unless you know the total, you cannot interpret the individual vakyas. But unless you read all the individual vakyas and arrive at the total, you cannot understand the total. It becomes like a catch-22, correct? So that's why a guru is required, one who knows the whole vision, only can even interpret even one verse, one sentence properly, and that comes as an unbroken lineage. So that's why you have to go to a guru and learn, correct? Otherwise, this ekavakyata you won't get. It's very difficult to understand, to put everything together and reconcile and understand it properly. So ihapi swamlokam iti visheshana darshanat. So here also it has been called as swamlokam. Like especially this swam adjective also has been given. Therefore, this can be gained only through knowledge, because you are already there. You don't have to gain yourself through some karma, correct? But you may not know yourself properly. Ignorance is always there. So only the separation or distance is in terms of ignorance, and that separation or distance you cover by knowing yourself. So it's only a question of knowledge. It's not really a question of going anywhere by doing any karma. Therefore, asmat kameyate iti ayuktam iti che इह स्वलोकः परमात्मा तद उपासनात् सएव भवति इति स्थिते यद्यत् कामयते तत्तत् अस्माद् आत्मनः सृजते इति. So okay, up to this now Bhashyakara has explained. Now he is saying asmadhyeva atmanah yadyat kamayate tattad srijate. This part is coming here, and okay, we will see that next week. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.